All right, man. Mighty Mouse from the Underground Fight League here. I'm here with a guy that fought in our yard. What has it been, about a year now, right?
1 year ago exactly today.
Yep. 1 year ago, man. This guy Steve, man, he's you were 50 years old then. What are you, 51 now, right? Or 50, still
51
50?
now. Yeah.
51. And I think he's probably the oldest guy that we've had fight out there. I think, man, we might have had somebody close to it, but I think he's probably the oldest guy that I can recall that's fought. And, we've had hundreds of people fight, but he's, I think, the oldest guy that I can recall that's fought out there. And I'm 44. I turned 45 this year. So, I'm right behind the guy, man. So I definitely feel it. But I'm gonna let him tell you about himself. He actually fought the Mexican dude Frank from down in Texas. He actually dropped Frank. If you guys missed that video, it's on my station now. You can look at it. I think it's called 50-year-old versus Tango Blast or something like that, right? Was that the name of it?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Y'all check that video out. It's up right now. That video has been up for, but like I said, about a year now. It was at A-Top Boxing. Shout out Coach Rocky and all them. I'm gonna say this before we get started. We have two big events coming up back in Texas. We have the 18th, which is which is Detroit versus Dallas on the Guns Down, Gloves Up movement. And then on the 20th, we have the Bronx coming down to fight at A-Top. So we got Detroit versus Dallas, Bronx versus Dallas, both of them coming up February 18th and 20th, man. But I'm going to let Steve take it away. He can tell you a little bit about himself. He actually hit me up and wanted to do this interview. So I'm glad that he did. You know what I mean? So like I said, man, we changed a lot of people's lives to make people do different things than they would have normally done, man. Whether it's working out, getting off the couch, training, whatever it is, gives you back some type of thing in life, or make you say, I don't want to fight no more. Whatever it may do, we've changed a lot of people around, man. So take it away, Steve. Tell him something, man.
Yeah, actually, Frank dropped me pretty hard with 2 left hooks, but I hit him pretty good, but he did drop me.
I remember somebody got dropped. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the main things for me going into the fight was I train alone in my garage every day, man. I hadn't sparred in years. I never get sparring. I work out by myself, but it's a straight boxing workout. I don't mess around with it, man. And one of the big things for me going in was, is my training even worth a damn? I might think I'm somebody, everybody's a tough guy in their own garage, but you get out into the gym or a fight or something and it's different. And so that was one of the big things for me was, is it worth the damn what I do every day? And I will say that my goal that day was not to get in there and fight somebody. It was to have a sparring match with Mouse. That was my idea of going there. And so I drove 8 hours, over 500 miles across 3 states just to get there. And once they called my name, I got into the ring. Okay, I'm going to spar Mouse. And no, Mouse, I saw had no gloves on, and he was the referee. And this dude, Frank, hops in the ring, big old swole, tatted up brother. And I was like, what did I just get myself into, man? This isn't what I came here for. But I had no choice. It was too late to back down. And so, I mean, and we had a good fight. And it's a fight that I'm really proud of. And also,
well, it's a good fight.
Less than a year, it was a good fight. Less than a year before the fight, I had to learn how to use my left arm again. I had surgery for a ruptured biceps. So that was a big question going in. And just all these things, man. And so some of the things I took away from the fight was, one, that yes, my training is worth a damn. It got me through the fight. But more importantly, it showed me my weaknesses. Man, I watched that fight and I can tell you everything I did wrong. I need the jog. I wasn't used to the spongy ring, being in front of 100 people, and God knows how many thousands of people may be watching on YouTube, man. And it was not just, I want you to know that it wasn't just a thing where I just got into the ring, boxed around and that was it, moved on with my life. It really was a monumental moment in my life, man. And it really changed me in a lot of ways for the better, because that fight was on a Saturday, and the following Monday, I was back in the gym, swollen jaw, bruised jaw, little black eye, couldn't lift my shoulder up for 3 months. And I have not missed one workout 5 days a week since that fight, man. And it scared me, but in a good way, because it showed me how, no matter how good you are, how good you think you are, you get into the ring like that, and one punch really can change everything, man. And so it's made me more focused. Everything I do in the gym is just really more focused than ever. And man, I got a lot of good out of it, man. It's helped me mentally, It's given me a lot of confidence just walking around in everyday life. Like, maybe I do belong in there a little bit. Maybe
And,
I,
and you said it right there, man. Like I said, I got over 20 amateur, sanctioned MMA fights, not backyard, not with UFL or anything like that, but like, really winning medals and trophies. Like, I don't want to say real fights because a fight's a fight, whether it's whether it's sanctioned or not, it's real. So, but under God, like real sanctioned guidelines, I got over 20 MMA fights. And as I got older, I don't even spar anymore. I don't know if you even knew that,
I know
Steve.
that.
I don't spar at all anymore, man. All I do is lift weights. I just literally within the last 5 or 6 months, man, I've really, and this has been hard on me because when I go out there and I run the fights, man, it's like, damn, I always want to participate. That's why I put the gloves on. Everybody knows this about me, man. I put the gloves on with probably 20 people in one night. Whenever, you were there, like, dude, I put the gloves on pretty much with everybody that's out there. If they want to spar, they want to get in, I usually put the gloves on with everybody. I don't really discriminate, or I go until I'm tired and I can't go anymore, basically. And I'm telling you, man, it's been hard. And it's like, man, my shoulders have been hurting. I'm supposed to have, I actually had the same surgery that you had, but I also tore my rotator cuff in my labrum when I had my bicep fixed. I had it reattached, bone screws, all that stuff, went through all that. Took me a year to come back. Now I just tore my supraspinatus, which is the back part of my rotator cuff. And I'm scheduled to have surgery for that now. But it's been hard for me, man, because I can still lift weights. I can still spar. I can still do it. But it's like, man, I hurt. The fun isn't there anymore. The anxiety, like what you had went through, I hadn't felt that until recently. The anxiety is the doubt in myself. I don't want to do this. I don't know if I want to do this. I want to do it. I want to test myself. But at the same time, man, at now, it's like, it's not fun. It's come to a point where I've really just lost interest in it, man, where it just hasn't,
I remember you saying a while back, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, but something like, "Man, I hate my goddamn life. I get punched in the fucking head every day. I get punched in the head every day for a living. Who
every
wants
day.
to do that?" And I get that, man. I had a massive headache for 10 days after that fight. I felt depression. I felt anger. I was real high from it for quite a while, but man, that headache just would not go away. Almost 2 weeks, and I can understand, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, it gets old. Like I said, I'm just, when it's not fun anymore, then it's time to not do it. And it hasn't been fun for a long time, and I was forcing myself to do it. I got a tractor trailer company now.
Yeah, I know.
I just signed a contract with Amazon. So I go back and forth from Las Vegas to LA. I'm making a lot of money. I'm getting ready to buy another tractor trailer, buying another 18-wheeler probably in February.
Yeah.
So I'm doing very good. My house is paid for. I've done everything that I said I was going to do and then some. So I haven't, the YouTube wasn't all for nothing. I definitely made a decent amount of money on YouTube. I started a business. I bought a house. I did everything that I said I was going to do. And now I'm still doing this stuff pretty much for a platform for other people, not necessarily for myself anymore. So if it's not for myself anymore, then why do I got to get punched in the face anymore?
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people understand that everywhere you go, every day of your life, somebody wants to fight you. A lot of people want to fight you,
Yeah.
And I can just imagine the immense pressure that must have put on you over the years, man.
Well, it doesn't, man, because it used to, because I used to give their voices, a body, I guess you'd say. A lot of these people that say that they wanted to fight, like I know, like everybody else knows that's been in the UFL, all of our dates, times, and locations are always posted. We never hide nothing, exactly. So all these people that say they want to fight, I want to kick my ass, I want to fuck you up. When I see you, I'm going to do this. When I see you, I'm going to do this. I'm on the strip all the time here in Vegas, man. I'm all over the country running fights, airports, clubs, everywhere. And I have never had anybody ever get hostile with me at no point. I've had a lot of people want to put gloves on me, but all those YouTube killers, I've never had any of those killers ever show up at no event talking any type of shit. Ever.
Yeah, no, that's mostly what I meant. When you show up to your events, you got like 20 guys waiting in line. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Spar you.
But that's different. That's all in fun. But the ones that run their mouth on another level, behind their armchairs at their house and their computers.
On your channel, man.
They're nobody, man. They're a fart in the wind, man. They have no real body to them, man. They're all fake,
Yep, I see it every day on your channel, man.
But I've lost interest. Like I said, man, I can't lose interest in the movement because I feel like God put me in a position, man, to do what I'm doing to help people out. You know what I mean? Whether it's changing their lives, get them to work out. I've helped a lot of people get their Class A CDLs. I've got people that got their own companies out here now. We go back and, I go back into the prisons for the reentry program, return to citizen magazines. We've done a whole bunch of stuff, man. So I can't just say, well, I'm in the tractor trailer now. I'm making $1 million a year. I don't need to mess with this YouTube shit no more. Screw everybody. That'll never happen. I'm always going to be running the guns down, gloves up movement. I'm always going to be helping people out and do what I need to do, because before all of this, it was that. And that's where I think that I'm always going to be at. You know what I mean?
And that's one of the other things I wanted to talk about a little bit, man, was, what it's done for me, personally, in the ring, out of the ring. But what I think your channel has the potential to do for many other people that just kind of go on there and squander their one moment sometimes, man. It's like you have a platform to go on there and do something for yourself. It might not make you a fighter. I'm not under the impression that I'm a fighter all of a sudden. No, that's not what it was about for me. It was about making myself a better person in everyday life.
Absolutely.
I think it could do that for a lot of people if a lot of people would just take it serious, man. And you're going on YouTube, you might be seen worldwide, for better or for worse, when you go on there, man. So don't go on there and squander it, man. Make the most of it. It could. I'm not using this as a platform. I didn't use it as a platform to do anything. I started my own YouTube channel just a few months ago. It took a lot of thought, and it's not like I used your channel to, boost my views. I didn't have a channel back then, and I think a lot of people could benefit from it.
But Steve, I don't mean to cut you off, but you're exactly right, man. And even if you are using it as a platform to build whatever it is that you're trying to build, you're out there still doing it. We have a lot of management teams that come out here, Team Certified Sports, Capital Fight Management, Footwear Productions. We've had a lot of people turn pro, and a lot of people getting their gym memberships paid for by finding that diamond in a rough. They didn't necessarily have to already be a big fighter or on USA Boxing or a big MMA fighter from such and such area. They actually came out and they were seen by our management teams and got signed. So you don't understand. You will be seen worldwide, man. I got videos on my channel that's got over 11, 12, 14 million views, 5 million views, 7 million views. We have videos on here that have hit those levels, man. So you can be seen at that level, man. Even if they see that video, they might be like, well, hey, let me see what else is going on this channel. And then they see your video, be like, damn, 50 years old. Well, I'm 50 years old. Let me see, if this 50-year-old can do it, let me see what this 50-year-old's doing. They check that out. Then you just gave them inspiration to do what you're doing, working out in your garage or whatever the hell it may be. You just gave them inspiration by watching you do it. Cause they're like, shit, well, if he did it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's another angle I was coming from is, when George Foreman made his comeback, he would talk about, the age 40 is not a death sentence. The age 50 is not a death sentence. And, when I was in my 20s, I figured when I was 50, I'd be like a mummy or something, old and decrepit, but it's really not that way. I feel better than ever, really, man. And a large part due to the fact that I fought on your channel, because like I said, it just refocused my training every day, my workout, my everyday life, man. And it's made me feel a lot better physically, mentally, and I would like to reach out to dudes my age, a little younger, a little older, whatever. And like I said, it doesn't mean you have to be a fighter. It doesn't mean you have to go into the ring, but maybe it could mean just do something that you've been wanting to do, something you've been putting off or you didn't think you could do because of your age or this or that.
Right.
It's really taught me that lesson, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, you're the oldest guy that I can remember that I could actually just pinpoint and pick out that I knew your age, and I actually titled the video that. I don't think I've titled any of my other videos that. And the reason why I did title that video, it could be for clickbait, it could be for whatever, but it's also to get other people to say, look, man, I got people on here that think that they're in their 30s and be like, damn, man, I'm 38 years old. I might be too old to fight out here. I'm like, you're fucking crazy, dude. I'm 44. I've been getting punched in my face till just 5 months ago. You know what I'm saying? And I still grapple. I still go out here and train. I'm out here training with Frank Mir right now from the UFC. I go to these. I'm out here at Extreme Couture. I train. I grapple every couple nights a week. I go out here and I wrestle with these guys. I'm just not getting punched. And I'm a wrestler anyway. I've been wrestling since I was in second grade. Yeah. The boxing thing came apart for me. Basically to be able to relate to the people in the street because they couldn't do MMA. They couldn't kick. They couldn't wrestle. But they could throw. They could throw hands. You know what I mean? So the boxing part to me came about by being able to relate to them and actually be a part of them to let them know that, hey, I'm with you guys. Come on. you know? So, but at the end of the day, I'm a wrestler, so I still grapple a couple nights a week and stuff like that for exercise stuff. But as far as getting punched in the face and shit like that nowadays, that not really that fun no more to me. You know, I'm not really looking forward to it. It's if I have to, that's the reason why I still grapple. If I have to beat your ass, I'm just gonna put you on your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So you know you got to stay. You know if you ain't got to get ready, if you stay ready, whatever that term is, man. You know I'll try to stay ready in case anything does happen. But at the end of the day, hopefully nothing ever does happen because I'm a felon. I can't carry a gun.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, man, I'm extremely proud of my fight with Frank. I mean, there's a ton of things I wish I'd have done better.
Salute.
I think that if I can go back now, I would kick my ass back then now. But and I wouldn't say that, oh, I would kick Frank's ass in a rematch, nothing like that, because one punch can change anything, man. You know.
Well, you know what you should do? We're coming back out there to the same place that you fought at on the 20th. If you want to come back out, man, you should come back out.
No, I'm scared to death, man. You look at the opening monologue of my fight, the introductions, the first thing out of my mouth was, I'm Steve, I'm scared to death, man, but that's why I'm here. And that was the most honest thing that I could think of to say, man. That was true. I was scared to death, man. And fighting scares me, confrontation scares me. And that was why I had to get in there and conquer that.
Fight once a year till you're 60, man.
I'll have a good title for every video, you know, 51-year-old, 52-year-old, 53-year-old. But you know, but like I said, I had to drive 8 hours, 500 miles across 3 states to get to Denton, Texas. So it's not, you know, really close, but it's just I'm glad I did it, man, and it worked out perfect that day. I had 2 weeks notice from when I started watching your channel to when I saw that you were announcing the fights there, and I had 2 weeks to make up my mind. And
how hard was it? How hard was it for you to when you got there? Because we've had a lot of people, we've had a lot of people, man. Me and Coach Lamb just said this shit the weekend before last when I was down there. We've had people actually come into the fights, were already matched, and leave because of their nerves. In the middle of all of the matches, they might have been number 7 or 8 on the thing. We were calling their names, and we actually made an announcement with this. We said, listen, if you come here to fight and your name is on that list and you leave, you can't fight out here no more, because it puts it's not I understand the nerve part, but it puts your opponent that has been training or wanting to fight in a fucked up position, because now we have nobody for him to fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, dude, say that you're not going to come and don't show up. But I understand the nerve part. So how hard was it for you to stay there? Because I know you were on edge. How hard was it for you to stay there and actually say, look, man, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to fight? Or am I just going to fucking leave and go the fuck back home?
Well, I was the first one at A-Top Boxing that day. I got there a little bit early, and I sat in my car for about an hour. People started coming in, and I left. I went down the street to Brahms Ice Cream and hung out for a little bit. And I went back, and I actually called my wife and said, man, she's like, just get in there. Don't be a bitch. Just get in there. You know, so that's when I went in there and I met you and said, hey, man, I'm scared and blah, blah, blah. But that was really tough, man. I mean, the 2 weeks before the fight, my stomach felt like I was on the roller coaster, just getting ready to go over the precipice, man. I was
what you just said is the reason why that exact thing that you just said is the reason why I don't fight anymore, because it gets to the point where you want to train and work out and you want to be able to test yourself, but at the same time, you get to an age where the competitive part is not fun anymore. It becomes an anxiety and a stress, and it starts to give you a lot of adrenaline dumps and stuff where it's messing with your day. And when it gets like that, when you're not excited about it anymore, and it's like, man, I can't wait to fight this weekend. I remember I used to fight fucking once a month, and I was amped up and excited and ready to fucking fight every time I fought. And then once I started getting older, I was like, man, this is a fucking drag.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, that was tough, man. Actually, just physically getting out of my car and going in. And even when I went inside the gym, I was standing there talking to Coach Rocky. I just met him, and they had the desk up front. Either you pay $5 to spectate or you sign up for free to fight. And I stood like off to the side. He's like, what are you going to do, man? One or the other, or you got to leave.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I don't know what I'm, fuck it, I'll fight. I don't want to pay $5. I'll get it. And I still thought I was just going to spar with you, man, until I got into the ring. But yeah, that was tough, man, getting over that hump. Once I got into the ring, because I wear 50-ounce gloves when I train every day. That's like 3.2 pounds. And
damn.
Once I got into the ring, I put the 16-ounce mitts on. A-Top
It felt light to you.
A-Top Savage put them on for me. I was like, man, god damn, these things are small. But the first thing I could think of was, well, my opponent's going to have to fill them too, man. You know, but I was, once I got in there and got gloved up and the bell rang, you know, the nerves, you know, what are you going to do? But leading up to that, yeah, that was brutal, man. That was tough to get through.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man. I'm just to have somebody, like I said, your age come in there, man. It just shows a lot of people with maybe giving them inspiration. Like I said, I don't know. A lot of people might go and watch the video just from watching this video that haven't even seen that video yet. So if you guys are watching this, yeah, you guys should go check out that video, man. And it could give you guys a little bit of inspiration, man, to what's, you know, to what we do out here, man. And like I said, a guy that age to get out there and, you know, it showed you, he just told you how much courage it took for him to build up to go out there and do it, you know?
Yeah, and it's definitely not something I show to people. I still share this video out almost every day. Everybody I meet, hey, check this out, man. I don't show it to brag. It's nothing to brag about.
Yeah.
I didn't do, you know, that great. I'm not showing it from that angle. But I like to show it, you know, just, you know, here, man, check this out. You might like it. It might inspire you. It might inspire somebody my age or what. Not, it doesn't have to be an age thing, just whatever, you know.
Right.
And I'm really proud of it, man. I show it all the time. I don't let that video die. I still get on there and
damn right.
reply. People are still leaving comments. The other day I was replying to people. People still seem to be interested in it. And
people still leaving comments on it.
Oh yeah, just the other day I saw a couple new comments. I reply to people.
Hell
I
yeah.
still go through there, man. I'm proud of it. And the name of the video is 50-year-old versus Tango Blast.
Yeah.
And that'll bring you right to it. And yeah, I'm really proud of it. I wish I had done better, but I don't care if I won, lost, or drew. That part really didn't matter to me. But I will say that when I got knocked down, man, I don't know if you remember how loud that place got. That gym exploded when I got knocked down, man. It was like a jet flying overhead, and it just filled me with adrenaline. And I had to jump up, and I remember you counting for me, and I was just thinking, do not embarrass yourself, man. Everybody's watching. Everybody's going to laugh at you. You got to fight back. And to me, that's my most proud moment of that fight is when I got knocked down, because it gave me the ability. I was knocked out cold on my feet. The second punch dropped me and woke me up when I hit the floor, and I got up. And that gave me the idea that I could fight back, that I could really stand up for myself. Everything's great when you're doing good and winning, landing punches, rocking your opponent. But when you give it the punch you don't see and you're on the ground, what are you going to do? Yeah. Everybody's looking at you. People are laughing and cheering for the other guy. And
I got him back for you, man. I knocked him out on celebrity boxing, man.
I know. I saw that. But I got nothing but respect for Frank, man. He really made me battle back, and that was a good. And I made him fight too. I hit him.
Oh no, you definitely did, man. That was a close ass fight, man. I'm not gonna lie, that was a close fight. That wasn't it wasn't like he just beat the shit out of you. That's for sure.
No, people still argue to this day. Oh, I thought the other guy won. Oh, I thought you won. Or I don't care. I could see it either way. I'm happy either way.
Yeah,
I don't have any sour grapes about it. Nothing. It was
no. It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't one. It definitely wasn't one-sided. It was definitely. It definitely was a close fucking fight, man.
Yeah, I really had
no doubt about it.
I'm more proud of that than anything, that I was able to get up off the canvas and fight back and then show that I could, you know, do something.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, you did. I think you did great. I'm glad that you got on here, man. That was awesome, because I haven't heard from you in a long time.
Yeah,
and stuff. Even if you can make it down there to come and check the fights out, bro. Like you said, you live a long ways away. You don't live as far as I do, but I got different motives to go down there than you just to drive down there. I got to go down there and run these things. But if you're ever, maybe Texas is probably good. What state are you in?
I live up in Northwest Arkansas. I'm from Stockton, California. Stockton 209.
Oh yeah, that's not that far. I live in Vegas. That's Northern Cali. I know where Stockton's at.
Yeah, but we're up in Northwest Arkansas now, almost in Missouri. So it was a little stretch for me to get there. But no, if I show up to Denton or any one of your events, I'm gonna fight. I'm not just gonna show up to spectate. I mean,
yeah. Oh no, you can always come out and fight, man. Anytime you want, man. Like I said, and I told everybody this: you don't have to be from Detroit or Dallas or from the Bronx or Dallas or Denton or anywhere else to fight on the event. Just because we have some people on those cards that are fighting each other from those states, you don't have to be from those states to fight. So we leave the doors open, and you guys know we always do MMA or boxing, and even if you want to do bare knuckle, man, we'll set it up. We try to match everybody as evenly as we can by weight class and by experience. We don't try to have anybody get their ass beat out there. And even if you just come out there to support the Guns Down Gloves Up movement, man, everybody's free and welcome to come out there, man, and watch these events, man. We don't discriminate towards nobody coming out there. No different gangs, man. We've had 4 and 5 different gangs on the yard at one time that could never even cross boundaries with each other at any other time in the street. So I can get a Blood and a Crip in there to fucking put on gloves with each other, man. Then we could probably get the motherfuckers to put down guns and quit killing each other, right? You know what I mean? So
that's one thing a lot of people always ask you on your channel. You know, can anybody show up? Do I got to pay? But no, you welcome anybody. Anybody that wants to show up and fight, we'll get in there and fight. If you really want to fight, man. You're going to fight.
That's it. That's it. And, you know, we got clubs and stuff now, man. It's gotten way bigger since you fought out there. You know, even though we are still doing A-top boxing, man, but it's gotten way bigger. We're doing shit for MTV right now. We got a guy from the Real World that's fighting right now, that went through a lot of substance abuse stuff. Me and him actually just did a podcast together that they're putting on MTV. So I'm waiting for that to hit. Hopefully that they pick that up. Hopefully MTV picks it up, because like I said, he was on Real World and a couple other shows on MTV. So to show where he's at now in life, I can't see why MTV is not going to pick this up. But we've done National Geographic. We've done a lot of different shows out here, man. USA Today, ESPN. We've done a lot of different things, man, with this movement. And we got a lot of events coming up, man. So, you know, you guys don't want to miss these things, man. And whether, like I said, you just coming out to spectate, dude. We've grown so much, dude. We're in strip clubs, man. We're selling out clubs now, man. That hold fucking 800-900 people. We're selling them out. Like, we're selling seats out now. It's not, like I said, it's not so much about we use the YouTube as a platform and as a promotion to let everybody know when and where we're going to be, along with our Facebook group pages and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, we're selling out arenas, man. People are coming to watch these fights like it's fucking UFC or some shit. Yeah, you know, so you can be seen on a big level, man, with a bunch of fucking backyard guys, man. You know, and we turn these into clubs, man. Like, we got our own alcohol, food, like ring girls. Like, we're on a different stage than we've ever been right now. You know, we never had that shit. I remember when I first started out doing this shit, we were spray painting fucking lines in a backyard in Virginia, man. People were coming out there to fight with spray paint, man. We were using bags in Queens, New York. We were using backpacks, people's backpacks, to make a fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been, you know, we've come from some trench ass play in Camden, New Jersey, man. We're fighting in the fucking street on concrete. You know, I mean, you know, so you know, we've been there and we've done it. You know, parks. I mean, every place, man. We've done it all. Now we got rings, we got cages, we got strip clubs, we got regular clubs. You know, we got gyms. You know, we got food trucks. We got bring your own bottles. We got liquor being sold in. I mean, we've turned this into something a little bit different, man.
And that's another thing I picked up from you, man, is you don't need a ring to fight. And I don't know if you remember when you were moving from Virginia to Vegas, I was the one texting you saying, "Hey, man, you want to meet me at a Love's truck stop in Arkansas?"
I do. I remember.
Oklahoma?
I remember.
I wasn't sure. You called my bluff, man. I didn't think you were going to respond. And a couple hours later, you said, "Hell yeah, I'm about an hour away. Let's go."
Yeah.
But then my wife had left with the car. I was stuck with no car. Then I had to go.
Dude, I remember that like it was yesterday. I was in a fucking moving truck. I remember it.
Then I had to do damage control. Oh man, my wife's got the car. Oh, my spleen hurts, or whatever the case was. But that was me, man. And yeah, I mean, you show me you don't need a ring. I mean, as long as you're careful, you know, you don't want to be silly on the blacktop.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want nobody busting their head on concrete and shit.
But no, I mean, if you really want to put the gloves on, you don't need an actual ring. And you know, I picked that up from you. And I've watched every single video that you've posted since my fight. I haven't missed one video, one fight. I watch everything and everybody. And,
I appreciate that, man.
There was a while, excuse me, after my fight, a couple months after, it seemed like the hate train started. A lot of people were dedicated to hate. People had their own channels just dedicated to hate, man. And I just stayed away from that. I didn't want to get involved in your comment section. A lot of people would tick me off with stuff they'd say to you, but I just stayed back. But I watch everything you do, man, because I really appreciate what you've done for me.
And like I said, man, you know, all these people that have anybody that's ever hated anybody, like, we've already shut a few people down already because we put them on blast in their own state, you know. And that has always been the situation, man. You know what I mean? Because I know that these guys that are out here clout chasing, they're not real fighters. They're not fighters at all.
I know that.
There's no real fighter that I've ever come across that has had any issues or ever said anything. It's always some lame ass dude that's got a YouTube channel that can't fight their way out of a fucking bag. You know what I mean? That wants to run their mouth. They're harmless as fuck. They're harmless little dingbats that just are looking for views and looking for clout off of somebody else's name, man. You know, and at the end of the day, I've come to get it because that's what YouTube is about, man.
Yeah.
It's really about views and really just selling your soul and saying whatever the fuck it is that you want to say and not having to back it up ever. You know, never having to back it up. You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, you're older than I am, so you come from an era around the same time as me. So these people out here now, like, you know, the gangsters are all on social media now. All the real gangsters, all the real killers are on fucking social media, and they never have to back up a thing that they do or say. They can say and do whatever they want to do from the safety of their fucking couch, and never have to worry about, you know, any type of real repercussions, man, unless I, you know, decide that I just want to go on edge and go on some fucking rampage and go back to prison or some shit. But other than that, I know that these guys are never coming to fight. They're harmless as fuck. So everything that they say really holds no weight except to their fucking soap opera fan base that take them as being real. And I'm like, man, what are they doing to show you that they're physically capable of backing up anything that the fuck they're talking about? I got 1,000 videos on here from pros to UFC guys to fucking, you know, backyard to grappling matches with 10th Planet black belts. It's like, man, where do you see that these guys are at or what they have done that gives them any type of credibility in this fight game? They might be able to shoot a gun. They might be able to do all that shit. I don't know. But I know for sure from their channels and anything else that they promote, they are not fighters. So that'd be like me fucking calling out somebody that some fucking rapper to a rap battle. I can't rap. I don't know how to fucking rap. You know what I'm saying? But I could talk all the shit I want, never have to rap battle this motherfucker. But I might have everybody on my YouTube believing that I'm fucking next Tupac in this bitch. You know what I mean? It's a fucking joke, man. It's a fucking joke.
That's another thing that I was telling you earlier, that you inspired me, because, you know, since then, I hope it's okay that I talk about it, but I've started my own YouTube channel since then. But I'm not of the impression I'm a fighter. I'm not running a fight channel, nothing like that. My lifelong passion has been playing guitar. I'm a metalhead, man. Tell them
what your YouTube is, man, so people that are on here can go and watch it.
I appreciate that. Thank you, man. My YouTube channel is my screen name. It's King V Zap Guitars. And I'm not the kind of guitar player that flies up and down the fretboard like Yngwie Malmsteen or Steve Vai or even Kirk Hammett. I'm more James Hetfield from Metallica. I'm into the rhythm stuff like that, the heavy stuff. And, you know, I can play other stuff besides metal, but I'm mostly a metalhead. And so my thing is, I'm teaching people to play entire songs, like an entire Metallica song or Kiss songs, Motley Crue, System of a Down, Slayer.
Hell yeah.
Teaching them these songs note for note from beginning to end correctly, and avoid a lot of the mistakes I made by reading the wrong tab books when I was younger, all these misprinted, you know, guitar lesson books, and learning things the wrong way. And I'm trying to save people a lot of hassle and wasted years on playing songs incorrectly. So
I'm about to go subscribe to that, man. I didn't even know you had a channel, man. I'm going to have to subscribe to that. I didn't know.
No, I just started it just a few months ago. And that's the main thing that I got out of my fight, was not that I'm a fighter or a fake tough guy or whatever. It's that it gave me the courage, you know, I never thought of starting my own channel before, playing guitar on YouTube, but my experience with you and your channel and watching you gave me the courage and the idea to start my channel, but, you know, playing guitar, not trying to fight, but playing guitar. I might do some, you know, workouts, boxing stuff. And I got my full gym in the garage, you know, something like that. But it's guitar based in it. And if it hadn't been for me discovering your channel, and surely if it hadn't been for me getting in the ring and fighting, I would have never probably got the idea to start my channel. And since I started my channel, it's kind of like a daily thing for me, like a new passion I've discovered. You know, it's giving me something new to get into, man. Something that I love doing. As much as I'm into boxing and train every day and love boxing, I'm equally into guitar. I've been playing since I was a teenager. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. My cousin, they played in the band. They used to have a band called Shadowcats back in the day and stuff. He never stuck with it and stuff. But I remember, man, when I was younger, I used to always wanted to do that shit, and I never done it, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty bad. I got another guy that's on my channel. He started a YouTube, and he's doing skateboard instruction stuff. You know, he's from Cali, but he lives out here in Vegas now. But you know, I helped him start his channel up, and he does skateboard videos and stuff, man. And he's got a pretty big base now. And he was like a pro. He was like sponsored by a bunch of big names and stuff back when he was younger. And
Cool.
you know, he's doing it pretty good on YouTube now, man. So
yeah, and
yeah,
I've done the band thing and the gigging thing and the recording thing, and you know that's like hitting the lottery. That just doesn't work for everybody. And you
yeah,
know now, you know, at my age, you know, 2 young girls at home, you know, wife, family, and this and that. It's just
yeah,
not really feasible to hop into a station wagon with your gear and, you know, go gigging every night. It's just, and so,
yeah,
you know, and the YouTube thing has really given me just a completely different outlet. Now I've got something complete that I can do myself. I don't
yeah.
have to rely on anybody.
From your
Again, I don't
house,
have to leave home.
yeah, right from
And
your
I
house, man.
and I thank you for that, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know, I got kids and wife and stuff. You know, I got older kids. You know, I got 25-year-old and a 17-year-old, and then my youngest is still here. But there for a long time, man. When I first started trucking and stuff, it was hard, like on the family and stuff. So I know what you mean, like having to travel around and stuff. It's some people can't do it, you know.
Yeah.
And even with the fights, man, you know, even though I might be gone only a couple of days at a time, it's still you know, if it gets to be like 3, 4, 5 days and stuff like that, they don't really like it, you know. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I'd love to be able to just travel around and run fights and stay gone and be in the tractor trailer and stuff like that. But yeah, you can't do it like that. And you have something that you can do right from your fucking garage, man. So it's perfect. Like I said, you know, and I'm doing more workout videos and stuff now on my channel.
Yeah.
And in instruction videos with Coach Trehill, you know, from Floyd Mayweather squad. Like me and him are doing it. Pat Barry, me and him are doing like videos, workout training videos and stuff like that, man. And hopefully that picks up. You know, and we're going to start doing some Vegas fights. So I'll be somewhat local. Yeah, so I don't have to travel as much, man. I would love to be able to get everything as big as Texas, but it's hard, man. You know, I've been everywhere: Detroit, Baltimore, DC, Florida. I've been everywhere there is, man. And New York City. I've been everywhere, and it's really hard to compete with what I'm doing in Texas right now, man. Texas is very hard to compete with. They love this shit. It's very big, and people come to see it, and there's a lot of money to be made in the underground world out there. You know, a lot of, you know, when I first started, I was only relying on YouTube money. It was all about just YouTube, man. Now it's, man, we're selling out shows.
And
You
that's
know,
another thing people always ask me about my fight. Did you get paid? Did you get paid? No, I didn't get paid. I paid to do that. But
yeah,
look what it's
exactly.
done for me. I wouldn't take in any money for that. I
Yeah.
paid to do that, man. And that's what makes me laugh is you'll have some guys say something like, "Hey Mouse, when you gonna come to Crooked Stick, Idaho and fight me?" It's like,
Yeah.
dude, if you really want to fight, get your ass in the
Come to
car.
us. Yeah. Come to us. Yeah.
If you really want to fight.
And you know, look, man, I know you said you watch my videos. You've been on my live feeds, man. You know, I got like I said, over 20 MMA fights, amateur. And you know, I wrestled since second grade. I got 1 million wrestling medals and trophies out there. I won states in high school and all that stuff, man. And I asked these guys, they're like, man, how much do you pay for me to come out here? And I'm like, are you a pro fighter? No. How many amateur fights do you have? None. I'm like, dude, listen, man, I got over 20 fucking fights. I got over 30 grappling tournaments. I've got 1 million wrestling tournaments. You know how much I've been paid for all the shit that I've done? Not a fucking thing.
Yeah.
I got fucking medals and trophies, man. Until you get to a pro level and you're on contract, first off, it's illegal to get paid.
Yeah.
You know, it's illegal because you're not under contract. It's unsanctioned and it's illegal. You know, when Kimbo and all those guys were fighting out there, Kimbo and them were out there gambling on each other. There was nobody out there paying Kimbo or Dada 5000 or George Masvidal or Level Martinez. And trust me, I know all these people. I got videos with these people on my channel, so I know these guys. You know, I'm out there with Dada 5000. I've got grappling matches against Level Martinez. I know these guys personally. And those guys used to gamble. They would come out there with tens of thousands of dollars, and they would gamble on themselves to fight. Kimbo Slice, they said in one night, he put $30,000 on himself to fight. That's a lot of money. Now, that might not be a lot of money what he died with. You know, he died with the millions. But for $30,000 for a guy to come out in a backyard and gamble on himself with 30 grand, that is a lot of fucking money. That is a lot of fucking money, man. And, you know, that's a lot of money, man. There's nobody in my yard that's ever done that. So let me tell you, man, that's a lot of bread. And You know, that's not legal. But at the same time, it's not legal to be at Buffalo Wild Wings betting on a football game either. You know, even if it's your friend, you guys are sitting there, you guys are openly betting or whatever. The establishment, it's not on Buffalo Wild Wings. You guys are gambling, which is illegal. But Buffalo Wild Wings doesn't have a Chinese lady in the booth over there taking fucking tickets. You see what I'm saying? So Buffalo Wild Wings has fucking nothing to do with what you're doing. So when I say this to these guys, listen, guys, you do what you want to do. I'm not involved in it. If you want to fucking make money out here, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Handle it however you want to handle it. But don't put me in the fucking middle of it or say Mouse had anything to do with it. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. So if you want to bet on yourself to fight or you want to bet with this guy, go in the fucking corner and go do it. You know, do what you want to do. But don't involve us or UFL in it. And we have never paid a motherfucker $1. We've given out medals and trophies and stuff like that, and we're doing that a lot more now than we have ever. But you know, if you want to fucking make money, then you need to be a pro fighter and get in sanctioned fights. We have management teams out here, and we've already signed, I think, 7 or 8 fighters now that are pros that are actually on contract and that are making money. COVID slowed a lot of stuff down, but we do have fighters out here fighting right now for money. You know what I mean? Not in the backyard, sanctioned pro fights that are fighting right now. So if you want to get to that level, then come out there and fight. But if you think if you expected to fucking make money coming off of your couch and we're supposed to pay you to come out here, you lost your fucking mind.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You have lost your fucking mind.
Yeah, and it's such a great platform, especially for guys that maybe really do want to fight. I mean, you're going to be seen for better or worse. I mean, it's just a great platform, great movement. And besides the fighting, man, you are full of knowledge, dude. I've learned a lot of stuff from you. I've learned about turmeric and BCAAs and proteins and you know, I share a lot of I don't want to get into politics, but I share a lot of, you know, ideals and morals that you do too. But you know, people could do a lot to learn from you, man. Not besides, you know, people get on there and talk tough and talk about bringing the smoke and I'm about that heat and whatever. I mean, yeah, I've learned so much more than just about fighting by watching you, man. Just everyday life stuff that's really helped me too, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we definitely appreciate you, brother. I don't know what else. What else? Did you have anything else you wanted to add to this, man? We've been on this for 45 minutes, and I haven't even thought about it. 2 things. One, an unexpected benefit was my dentist watched my fight, and he made me my own professional form-fitted mouthpiece, man. That I wear it every day in training. I fought once since my fight with Frank, not on YouTube, not in the ring, but I learned years ago that you should wear your mouthpiece in training so it doesn't feel like a big foreign object in your mouth when you finally get in the ring. That's very true. And I've also I've hit myself by accident, you know, just moving around. I had the bag miss my hand and hit me in the jaw. So I always wear my mouthpiece, and this thing fits so good, man. I can talk through it, and it's a professional mouthpiece, man. And it's I'm super happy about this. And also, just so happens I have a guitar and an amp plugged in and ready to go right here. If I can play you a couple. You want to play something? Go ahead, play something, man. Hell yeah. Hey, listen. Before you do that, let me tell you something, man. This video is not going to be posted up for about 3 or 4 days because you just said something about political views, and they fucking threw me off a live feed for my political view on the shit going on in right now. I don't even want to say it because I don't want to take this fucking video down. But anyway, I can't post any new videos. I can post the ones that I have up, but I can't post any new videos for 7 days. So it'll be a couple of days before this video goes up, but it will be up. I promise you. Was it because of what I said? No, it's because of no. It was on a live feed. It was fucking no. It was on a live feed, and it was everything that I was saying. I went off on a fucking a tantrum and shit, and just gave a lot of people my views on things, and they shut me. That's why I prefaced it by. That's why they fucking shut me down. Yeah, dude, they shut me down in the middle of my fucking live feed. All right, then I'll keep my mouth shut about that stuff. But I'll play you a couple little riffs real quick, all right, man? All right, go ahead, do your thing, man. Ready? Yeah.
Damn, man.
How's that?
That's just hardcore, bro. That's good shit. I like that
That's for
shit.
you, man.
What kind of guitar is that?
It's my Jackson King V.
Hell yeah. How much does one of those cost?
This is kind of a cheapie, man, but I've got some nice other expensive guitars, but this is my favorite, man. This is like sleeping in my own bed every night. This has always been my favorite. I've had this thing since 1996, man, my Purple V. I love this thing.
Yeah, my cousin had what was it, a Gibson, right? You heard of Gibson? That's what my cousin he had a white Gibson, man, back in like the late 80s and shit, man. But he was like, no bullshit, man. He was like 13, 14 years old and could fucking crank, man. He was a fucking beast. I'm not kidding you. He was a fucking beast. That's badass, man. Huh? Yeah.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
Hey, that's Lisa. That's Steve right here. I'll show you my wife's on here. He just played it. He just hit the guitar. That's the one that fought Frank at the yard and shit.
Hi.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
I'm good.
Heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
For sure, brother. All right, man. Well, yeah, we've been on here 46 minutes, man. That's a good ass interview, man. I like it. Good shit.
Thank you.
Again, tell them your YouTube, man, so they can go subscribe to you one more time, man. I know you said it's your name down here, but you can say it out loud so some people might not be able to read.
My YouTube channel is King V Zap Guitars, and if you're into hard rock, metal, I even played Dust in the Wind by Kansas on acoustic on there, but I'm into teaching people entire songs, hopefully note for note correctly. Like I said, I'm not trying to fly up and down the fretboard and teach a bunch of theory and stuff like that. I'm more into playing entire songs along to my favorite records, CDs, cassettes, whatever.
Cassettes, man. I ain't heard that in a minute.
But yeah,
I seen a car the other day, man. I looked in that shit and it had an old ass cassette player in there. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, my first car had an 8-track player, man.
Man, 8-track. I remember 8-tracks too. It was that the fucking big ass motherfuckers, man, that you push in.
Yeah.
I had Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas on 8-track.
But listen, man, if I ever do see you again in person, it's mandatory that you and I knock out a bottle of Crown Peach, man.
Man, that's my shit. Let's do it.
I know that.
Let's do it.
Never had that.
And you guys, man, look, I got extra rooms up here, bro. Bring the wife, whatever, man. You guys come out. Vegas, man. I got 4 bedrooms up here. You guys are more than welcome anytime, man. Just come out here. I can pick y'all up from the airport. Y'all can stay down here, man. Come out for a weekend, man. Let me know.
I appreciate it. I'll bring my liver, man.
Let's do it. All right, brother. I appreciate you coming out. This video will be up in a couple of days, but I'll talk to you in between. And I got your number and shit. So
yeah, I love you, brother. I appreciate it, man, and everything you've done for me. All right.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you, homie. See ya.